Hello, law aspirants, enjoying the video series of our new vocabulary, the new series of Hindu vocabulary. Rightly said, education and the wings that you get by this education to fly high in the sky. It's really a matter of fact, because when you have new words in your mind and your mind is loaded with 5 to 10,000 words of vocabulary, can anyone stop your selection? No, not at all. It's beyond a question to say so, because these words and this preparation is the most important step in your selection. You must also feel the same. I hope you felt the change, and that's what Gandhi's words, be the change that you see in the world. Feel the change, be the change. Yes, because this is the change which will help you to understand vocabulary seriously. Right? Words for today, awaited, pen, paper ready. Okay, let's begin. Important word for today. The word is square up. Square up is to prepare to fight, to compete, or to argue with someone. You have a kind of a row. You would be wondering, is it row, ma'am? Yes, of course, dear. It's a kind of a fight. It's a kind of a row. You pick up a row with someone, or you quarrel with someone, or a duel with someone, or a feud with someone. So all is the same. You are competing, you are arguing with someone, and the opposite, of course, this would be written here, to settle the doubt with someone, end a quarrel. Spectacular. We had a spectacular victory in the test series. That means picturesque. Please see the pronunciation of the word. We don't have the pronunciation of this word, which is silent, and we pronounce it. Very important for you, because you have the gift of gab. It's a picturesque description. It's beautiful in a dramatic and an eye-catchy way. It's very striking. It's picturesque or eye-catchy. Three words which we use very often: eye-catchy, eye-candy, and eye-poppy. Something which is breathtaking. It arrests your attention. Arresting your attention. It catches you. This is something which is very striking and eye-catchy thing. That is breathtaking. The opposite would be very dull. Something which is, if I would say, is very prosaic, mundane, dim, or ordinary. Right? Taking up the next word, so you've understood the spectacular victory, something which catches your attention, it's mesmerizing, it's a magnetic pull, it pulls you like this. Sniff. Sniff is beat around. You've seen the dog sniffing around? Don't be a dog and sniff around. Said, to drop the air audibly through the nose to detect a smell, to stop it running, or to express contempt. Inhale, snuffle, breathe in, take in the air. The opposite would be exhale, odorous, snort, breathe and expire something. This is to take in, that is to take out. Most important में mark करें. It says skirmishes. Skirmishes is a small fight between the small number of soldiers that's usually short and not planned. A kind of a dispute. Actually, it's a verbal duel. Actually, when it happens, you are not prepared for a fight. It's not fight, or it's a kind of a war or a battle. It's unplanned one. Sometimes you don't like somebody's words, or somebody insults or is very acrimonious or humiliating, and you just raise your voice for it. It happens away from the main area of fighting. It's a short argument. It's something which is, as I was talking about the word which I wanted to write, it's a verbal duel. The opposite, of course, would be the same as we used here. That's a truce or a settlement. Reverberate. Please note it. CLAT paper 12, CLAT 12. You find this question of preposition. His voice reverberates from the walls of the castle. That means echoes, resound, sound heard everywhere. It's a resound, it's an echo, it's a re-echo, it's a repeated thing. Loud noise is repeated several times as an echo. It's a resound, it's an echo, it is re-echo, it's repeated sound. You know, it's heard everywhere, the whole world hears it. Pulsate having continuous and serious effects, you know. This is because that's why we have a preposition here, very important, that it echoes from the walls. We usually find this as an error, reverberates in the walls, yeah, from the walls or off the walls or by the walls. We find this, and the correct answer of course is from. Noted the words? Okay, moving on to the next series of the words. Resounding is something which is unmistakable, emphatic. You're forcing on something, or it's unequivocal. When you make a loud noise for something, it is unequivocal. You are in fact, you know, stress on something. Or emphasize on something. That is resounding. The opposite would be very hushed, noiseless, quiet, silent, soundless, still, stilly, something not making a noise. His voice, your selection will resound in every nook and corner of India, right? Because you'll become a great lawyer. Relent. Relent is, you know, slacken something, relax. You decrease, you move back, you abandon or mitigate a severe or harsh attitude, especially by finally yielding to a request. Change one's mind. आप एक U-turn ले रहे हैं. देखिए ये somebody is doing it and you take a U-turn. How? Like backpedal, back down, give way, become less severe and intense, ease off, slacken, let up, ease up, relax, abate. Somebody does very bad with you, it's not compulsory to do bad only. Tooth for a tooth and nail for a nail is not going to make this world having eyes, but it will make the world blind. Because of that, so you relent, you accept something, you try to, you know, not react in a violent way, in a more submissive way. Reject is organize something differently, rearrange something, you create an altered form. See, you have heard the root and you must have known this root. This is alter, which means change. We have of course the root ALT, which means high. This is altered. When we talk of alteration, that means a change that is happening. Rearrange, we could use the word reshuffle. Reorganize, requip a factory or a plant, कोई चीज़ को एक proper arrangement देना, organize करना, that is the word reject. The opposite would be, you know, making a chaos and spreading things all around. Reconcile is join hands with something. Re is again co is together. So when we have two roots, you join hands together with somebody. Means suppose you had a friend, you had a fight with the person and you were poles apart. Then suddenly you decided that life is too short. Let's reconcile. Let's join hands again with each other and become friends again. Bury the past. Forget what happened. So this is a reconciliation. So you restore your friends, and you should really restore relations because life is really too short. Friendly relations accommodate, attune, conciliate. You can see the core root dominating, confirm, coordinate, you know, being, if somebody doesn't accept your ways, why not accept somebody else's ways and adjust accordingly to keep that relation healthy and to harmonize things, to make things in a better position, in a more collaborate form. You collaborate, you work together in harmony, in unison, you know. The word we use is in unison. You work in harmony, in togetherness. The next word we have is quantifiable. Quantifiable is you are able to express or measure a quantity, means it's something which you can measure, it's attainable. It is something which is mensurable or commensurate, gaugeable, weightable, मतलब आप उसको measure कर सकते हो, you can express it. It is not something which is beyond you, you can't express it or you can't make it. That's not the meaning here. Quantifiable is something that you are able to make or express in a proper way. Right. So, this is expressing in a proper way, that is quantifiable, and anything which is clearly visible, perceptible, and anything which you can easily weigh. Can you weigh love? Can you weigh knowledge? No. So, it is not quantifiable. It's not a quantity you can tell how much. Can you tell how much your parents love you? Because abstract things, things which exist in your mind, love, beauty, truth, honesty, knowledge, justice, mercy, pity, they are something which are not measurable. You would say is uncountable nouns. These are abstract nouns. These are feelings and emotions of a state of mind. So, that is why they are not quantifiable. Making up the sentence for each of them, his voice was resounding after his selection everywhere. Relent, you have to relent all the evil thoughts from your mind so that you can work at ease in comfort. He decided to rejig his new building or his old house so that he could have a better accommodation. We have to reconcile sometimes with our old friends, old relatives, and this is what life teaches us, to be submissive in life. And love is not, knowledge is not quantifiable, it cannot be measured. Now, when we have these words and these words which you have noted, I hope you are also making the sentences and understanding them thoroughly, right? I have a long list of words for you. So, we have the next slide in this where we have various new words. Puzzle. Puzzle is something which is confusion, you are not sure what to do. It is a perplexed state of mind. Why? Because you are muddlehead. Note the word. You confused, you are perplexed, you are not sure, you are uncertain about something, something baffling or bemused. Please note these words: bewilder, bemuse, baffle and mystify. Something where this clarity nahi hai, lack of clarity, nebulous hai mind, crowded with various thoughts, and when it becomes everything crystal clear, just the opposite of it. Psyche is the mind that we have, the human soul, the mind, the inner feeling of ours, the inner ego of ours. This is a true being of a person, that is psyche. The mental state. Prudence, be very prudent, being very cautious, sharp, alert, act accordingly, being very prudent and cautious about something. The word problematic, nothing is problematic since you are doing the vocabulary section. So, it is very constituting or presenting a problem. It is very difficult or hard to understand. It is a very tricky and a taxing thing, taxing your mind. Please note, nothing should tax your mind, please. And the last word for today, privileges. Privileges are opportunities, benefits, prerogatives, rights given to people. This is a special right given to it and you have this benefit out of it. See, it's my prerogative, the student misbehaves, that I can turn the student out of the class. This is my right. It's something which is a prerogative, very important, very useful word for your series, right? So, please apply these words in the passages too. Let me know your feedback, your response, which will be very important for me. Right, students, please do give up thumbs up for the content and please do like and subscribe the channel. Thank you.